Hey, what's up, Tamers? Welcome to another episode of Tamer Talk, where we try to keep you guys up to date as much as possible, as well as theory craft and talk about anything that comes to our interest when it comes to the Digimon card game. Well, today we still got the same co-host, Fluky from Twitch, as well as Mafusion, and of course me, DevsUtopia. Thanks for coming to the channel to begin with, and we are going to be mainly talking about the trial decks, as well as the 1.5 EN meta and the recently announced well, did they have a name for the blocks thing, or what is it called?
I don't think so yet. I don't think
not
so.
really sure.
The
there's a
block
name for it.
icon.
Yeah.
They have, like, quotations around the word block icon, so I don't know. Yeah, they don't really, I don't know.
That sounds like a filler word right there.
Yeah, until they figure out something to replace it.
Yeah. On some Cyberpunk 2077 type stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard the update was okay, but I didn't hear like anything stellar yet, so I don't know.
It's nice. It's a nice update. It's mostly like a lot of bugs. I feel like quality of life changes, but
Right.
we're here for Digimon, not
Yep.
Cyberpunk.
Okay, so the weekly recap. Let's start off with the trial decks, and should we just do Gallantmon first?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do it.
done with Yalma.
Okay, so recently, can't remember the exact dates and everything, but we have the new trial decks that are based off of All Force Vitramon and Gallantmon, and well, we can just start off with the poster boy Gallantmon, the new Gallantmon in starter deck 7. His ability says security attack +1, and then he has the when attacking ability, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If this effect does not delete a Digimon, this Digimon gets 3,000 DP until the end of the turn. 11 play cost, 11,000 DP, and 3 to Digivolve. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's very good. It's better than the Galmon we currently have in some ways, just because of the fact that it
Doesn't
can
rely on
pop.
timers.
Yeah, it doesn't rely on tamers. It can pop anything, and also it has a security check on its own, so you won't have to like use a tie or something to help boost up a Galmon.
I mean, well, it can't pop everything, but it can like pop whenever it wants, instead of relying on that when digivolving stuff. Because I mean, like, when attacking skills, in my opinion, are usually better than when digivolving skills. Depends on the color. But for red, I really do prefer the when attacking effects because you attack a lot in red. So, what's it called?
So,
yeah.
Also, something I noticed too that you guys didn't bring up was if it doesn't delete a Digimon. So, do you know how, like, what is it? There's some cards that say, oh, you, like, I forget what last set's released. Last set, like, set. What?
Set 5 released the Black Metal Gurumon.
Yeah, that one.
They had that same ability. The one that says if it doesn't delete something, then you
Do something else.
what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
This one gains extra 3,000 DP. So, like, if you're attacking security, it gives you that little extra bit of pressure, because if you don't delete it, like, I forget what the card was. We're not going to talk.
I mean, well, you
But-
gotta do as much as you can. You can't skip out
Yep.
on effects. But it's the
Yeah, pretty
idea
much, pretty-
of legitimately
I'm saying, no,
like
that's
you're
what I'm trying to say.
14,000 DP, so now you can like swing over almost everything in the game except other Omnimons. And
Yeah,
even like
but
then there's like an Omnimon that's like.
That's what I'm trying to get at. You're adding that pressure to them by attacking their security or attacking something, and then
Right.
you get to pop something. If it doesn't pop, you gain more power, which means your opponent is put into a place of, should I either protect this card, or should I just, like, I don't know, let it die naturally from this pop?
No, I mean, well,
Like,
again, you can't choose though. Remember, you can't choose to not pop something.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
saying them. I'm saying the opponent choose.
Oh,
if
should I
protect
play
my-
something on the field that's going
Yeah.
to get destroyed, or should I really just not allow him to destroy anything and let him clear my
Yeah,
security?
kind of like that. Like, if
Yep.
it gets destroyed, you just wasted all that, and he still attacks. Or if you don't do anything, he's still gonna, like, if
Red
there
is
is a Digimon.
constantly, it's just like anti-rookie rush in my opinion.
Yeah.
Red is just constantly just, I want to get rid of every rookie that I see.
Yep.
Lately in these new reveals, it just seems like red is just anti-rookie rush. At first it was yellow, in my opinion, that was mainly just kind of anti-rookie rush, but now it's kind of transitioning to red gets a turn to say screw rookie rush.
which I am a fan
Agreed.
of. Which
Yeah,
I'm definitely a fan of.
okay, so now the other important cards, right?
Oh,
Gilmon and the Vmon and the other trial deck can do basically the same thing, but it basically says your turn, while your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon, you may Digivolve this Digimon to Gallantmon in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So literally, like, everybody can Warp Digivolve better than Impmon, and I don't know why, but Bandai just says, you know what, screw Impmon, everybody can do it. Well, these other two Digimon can do it, and they can kind of do it better.
insert music of Fuki crying in the window,
I
saying
just
poor Ibron.
looks at
So,
Beelzemon still. Why
so,
are you $80? Like,
so, so I gotta say
Alright,
one thing. First off, I'm very sad about that. Second off, the card I was thinking of from last set and set 5 that could protect stuff was Omnimon, the normal 1400 Omnimon, 14,000.
14,000k
Yeah,
Omnimon can protect itself, I
yeah,
thought.
no, when this Digimon. Oh, wait.
yeah,
I
yeah.
read that wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, no. When this Digimon would be a leader or something. Yeah, sorry, I
Yeah,
read that all
yeah.
wrong.
So
Forget what I
it'll
said.
be
I'm still
safe.
sad.
Yeah.
I'm still sad about the Beelzemon because yeah, like you
Like,
guys
everybody
said,
can just. It's almost like, okay, Beelzemon had its one mechanic, like, you know, Itmon Beelzemon combo was just Warp Digivolve, and now it's like Red and Blue is getting the Warp Digivolve treatment,
Yep.
and it's
Yeah.
kind of weird because it's like it's already better. It doesn't check trash. I mean, of course, because, you know, Red and Blue doesn't mess with trash that much, but it's just the idea of that's an easy requirement of just saying, you know, Digivolve in the raising area late game, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be like an Omni meta or just having a level 6 on the field in general. So, like, even what's it called? Even Rookie Rush plays Puppet, so guess what? You can still work Digivolve. You know, like, that's
Yep.
the main draw.
Yeah, and I know that like I think they're the third and fourth version of this because I think Shoutmon can do the same thing, right? Like Shoutmon can Digimon to Omni Shoutmon.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think you're
yeah.
right. And let me see. Let me search it up. I'm on DigimonCard.dev. Shout out to Orange for being amazing and making this all possible. What's it called? Is it, you said Shoutmon can warp Digimon off? I think we had an episode about him and I forgot.
I'm on the same website
Yeah.
too. So
Only play reveal 5 cards from top of your deck. Add one Digimon will show. I don't think he can do that. No, he can't warp Digivolve. Or is there some card? Oh wait, no. Omni Shoutmon has the effect. Your Shoutmon can Digivolve into this Digimon in your hand for a memory cost of 4. Yeah, okay, but it's not Shoutmon that has the effect. Shoutmon has the like, you know, searching effect. But I mean, still, it's like everybody's doing what Beelzemon can do, but better, and it seems like that, you know.
And their effects are normally better too because his effect is literally pop some level 4, which isn't a bad effect.
And
But a lot of
unlike-
times when you get to him, it's already way too late.
And unlike
it's already
Ipmon, Ipmon doesn't even have an inheritable. Gilmon has the once per turn when your opponent's Digimon is deleted, draw 1 card, inheritable, and then like if you go to the blue starter deck and look at the Vmon again, they do the your turn thing. That's the same. Of course, Vmon digivolves into all 4 Vjamon, but legitimately, even Vmon has an inheritable that says if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, trigger draw 1. By the way, we're social distancing. I'm Street View. My apartment complex is Street View, so you might hear, you know, people driving outside my window. So just want to give that, like, you know, say that out loud. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, it's the idea that almost everybody's doing what Itmon could do, but better.
Right.
See, to comment on that, like I said, 100%, I agree. It's like for purple players like myself that every other card, every other deck, every other color is getting a better version of him. But I think he was just the prototype. A lot of card games do that where they basically have a concept in mind and test it out and then eventually make it better. So if anything, he's the precursor to everything. So that's the only plus we get out of this.
Right. Yeah, they finally made it better. It's just we wish that Purple could get their new version of Warp Digivolve. Even if it doesn't have to be just Beelzemon, it can be somebody else. But I'm just hoping that eventually Purple gets their, you know, Warp Digivolve Part 2, similar to like how these guys are doing.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
So, by the way, a lot of the cards mirror each other. So, like, the last one I'm about to really cover from the red starter deck is the option card Lightning Joust. So it has a play cost of 1. It's an option card. Main, one of your Digimon gets 2,000 DP for the turn. Then if you have equal two or fewer security cards than your opponent, one of your Digimon gains a security attack +1, and then it has the security effect of add this card to its owner's hand. And for a 1 cost, that's actually pretty cool, in my opinion.
Put on your Gallantmon, he's beating over anything.
Yeah, if you make
Especially
your
against a
Gallantmon 16,000, there's nothing that's above 15 unless it has DP boosters. So now you can clear security at a faster rate.
True, and you get another security attack, so you'll have technically 3.
Yeah,
And that's not including Tamers. That's just straight 1 and a Gallantmon. Straight row and Gallantmon.
If they don't have a single blocker, that's kind of dangerous. You start getting to that Ragnarlormon territory of like saying just naturally saying 4 security checks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Without even breaking a sweat.
It's really effective. Yeah. Also, I should probably say, it's also called Royal Saber, Lightning Joust and Royal Saber. Depending on what sub you're on, they might have a different translation.
I'm using the proxy tab on Orange Swim. Yeah.
I was on
.dev.
Yeah. Whichever one you use, it's pretty much the same effect. It's not going to change.
Right. Probably. When the English version comes out, we'll have the official name. But right now, I'm just using the proxy names that were translated. It depends on where you go. So.
Right.
Facts.
What about the security Digimon? Because I know they
they have the same exact effect. So we're gonna go over to blue. I covered so much on red side. Cordramon and Geogreymon, they don't have the same effect.
Nah, the security effect the on play is a little bit.
The on play is different. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Geogreymon has.
Yeah.
Okay, so Geogreymon, his security at the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost, but the on play is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. That's the magic number now, for some weird reason. Like, I think Rookie Rush has to start playing 5 drops, 5k, 3 drop 5k DP Digimon. And I mean, like, they can't play too much, but it's like they kind of have to, because it seems like 4,000 DP is that magic number of just, delete. So it, like, at least in my Rookie Rush deck, I know Auroromon is like 5k, but I am about to start using like Betamon because like even that's better than nothing,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't play Rookie Rush at all, but what I've seen, it actually will make it harder for you guys if you actually have to start increasing your drop count, because you guys want to swarm the field with really small ones, but the higher the number, the more you're giving your opponent some advantage to actually start playing with.
There's some
actually shorten your turn.
Like, there's some pros and cons to just having to adjust my rookies to a certain play style or anything, but it's just like, I can't keep playing 2 drops that don't have more than 4,000 DP now. I can't just have an entire deck that has 4,000 or less, with rookies that have 4,000 or less DP. Now I actually have to start playing 3 drops. I have to start, I have to stop using only 2 drops and everything, and that kind of changes up everything as well. And I mean, like, there is a pro of using 3 drops because, again, like, a lot of people use Tamers now.
Right.
Because of Rookie Rush. Because Rookie Rush is out there pissing people off. People are starting to run Tamers so they don't get mana screwed. Or memory screwed. Memory choked. Yeah, that's the word. Memory choked. So, take it what you will. But yeah, a Rookie Rush deck cannot only have 2 drops anymore, unless those 2 drops have 5,000 DP. We have to differentiate now.
Yeah, exactly.
And for a Rookie Rush deck to be forced to do something, that's not the end of the world, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure y'all can agree.
Right.
I 100% agree, yeah.
Thanks for calling that out. I thought they both drew a card.
No.
That would have been cool, though, if Red had draw support.
I mean, we do with Guilmon. With Guilmon's effect, we do.
I actually remember starting like a parking lot. I think it was a Target park. Yeah, it was a Target parking lot. The car.
Wait, you kind of cut out. Can you say that?
Yeah.
My bad. So I said, like, I remember reading it in a Target parking lot, the cards, and I was like, oh, they do the exact same thing, them red close. I'm like, wait, no, they diff. They're big different.
Yeah, they're big different now. And I'm like, dang, I when they first was translated, I thought they did the exact same thing too. So, because I was going to be excited, cool, another form of draw support, because we only have, inheritables that draw? We don't have anyone. Red doesn't have anyone play that
Nah,
draws
you know,
still.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's like
They'd be too fast if they were doing that stuff. Let's be honest. If they were too fast, then it's like you got to play red. And the thing
Right.
We
is,
still need draw support, man. We still need.
no, you get your draw support.
you're
but
getting
you
draw support. You're just not getting a lot of it at the very get go. It's like y'all are like
Right.
they're 6 sets in. Well, no, they're 5 sets in. We're not sure what's going on in set 6 yet. But they're 5 sets in, and now they're slowly getting draw support because they realize that red hasn't been topping unless it has Omnimon maxed out. You know what I'm saying? And like that's the bad part of deck building for red. And now that they have a new mechanic, it's like you can't. Now it's like one of those things of it justifies itself for like why y'all don't have that much draw support. Because
Exactly,
now
right.
you have every red player has a new mechanic that they can play with. And we can also just try to end the game as quickly as possible, like we've been doing, but a lot faster now that we have Assault. Or I think that's what it's called, but I'm not completely sure.
And to be honest, like to riff off of what Devin just said, you guys are the strongest deck. When I say strongest, I mean like power DP wise. And you have the effect to like basically attack on the turn most of the time you're summoned. Now with that new effect, what's it called? Like Berserkers? Or, yeah, it doesn't matter.
What?
But
The Assault?
the Assault, yeah, Berserker Assault. I've been playing too much MMOs, but like if you guys had the draw support, it would be literally you play red and you just don't play a deck, and it's literally a balancing tool what they're trying to do here. So you guys say you need draw support, but not you don't.
It's like in JP, red's been doing fine without too much draw support. So adding more draw support will kind of tilt the scales entirely, and that's the main thing what I'm trying to say.
Facts. Yeah, no, I agree. 100% agree. Like literally, it's just to make sure it's still some balance because you don't want this to be
There's an Agumon. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, Agumon, he has the inheritable. When this Digimon attacks a player, it gets 2,000 DP. So like, yeah, I mean, like, I thought that Agumon did something cool, but never mind.
No, just increase DP. I mean, like once again, you guys have
Makes
the
it stronger.
increase in red.
Yeah.
Red is always the most DP
increase because they're better at it in general usually.
Yeah,
without
they're
relying
just
on
made
your
for it.
opponent's field. So
yeah, it's just balancing.
yeah. Okay, so as we go into the All Force Digimon starter deck, so again, the Vmon is your turn effect is the same. It's just the inheritable checks your hand, see if you have 7 or fewer cards in order to draw. And then we have the All Force Digimon, the poster boy. His effect is when Digivolve return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to their hand, and then when attacking once per turn, while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. So we literally changed from All Force literally changed from trying to be an OTK deck to a control deck, and that's what blue should have been to begin with, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should stick that way.
It should have stayed that way completely. Yeah.
Like it's kind of cool to see how they're like tracking back and understanding that like this Old Force, it was good, but then it got power crept so freaking fast, whereas like the other blue decks were still able to
especially since they merged the sets too, and it was like it didn't have a chance. It doesn't, like, I'm not saying like All Force can never top. It's just a lot harder, especially with Rookie Rush, like, you know, everywhere for it to top, because like the current All Force we have right now needs Tamers. It needs its pieces immediately, and then you have the fastest deck, Rookie Rush, that can swarm your security as fast as possible. Then you're trying to hopefully get to your All Force before your security is gone.
It's literally build up one monster and then hopefully it doesn't get destroyed by the time you get to Old Force with everything set up properly.
Right.
But the problem is it probably won't be set up that quickly.
The problem is the current meta doesn't allow All Force to even do anything in general.
Exactly.
Either
way, this artwork's kind of sick. I think this artwork's better. Sorry. This artwork for All Force Digimon, I think, is a little bit better than
I love the saber. Like, I love the action shots, you know what I'm saying, where they're just like posing and getting ready to attack.
Yeah. I think that's why this game appeals to me a little bit more. Like, first off, the game is just fun as all heck. Almost a bad word.
Thanks, man.
No problem, dude. But Yeah, it's fun as all heck, but then if you just like, even if you don't like playing the game, the artwork in and of itself should be like definite reason why you should like collect at least,
Right.
because they're so pretty.
That
Oh.
much exists.
I think all force in the starter deck is 4 to Digivolve. I think the original one is 3, right?
This the original one's 4. Star Deck's 3.
No, the starter deck is 4.
Star Deck's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So are they both 4? No, no. The original one is 3. The starter deck is 4.
Which one's 3?
No, Digivolution. Digivolution. All Force
Digimon.
Veedramon set 2 is 3 to Digivolve. All Force Veedramon starter deck is 4 to Digivolve. But I mean, like, it makes sense because it has a strong when Digivolving effect. So, you know, bouncing a card to your opponent's hand, you know, that kind of would be a little bit more busted if it was a 3 cost. So literally, you would have a Tamer on the field that would put you to 3, Digivolve for 3, bounce a blocker, attack, and try to win the game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it does make sense, by the way. It honestly does make sense that it's 4. Like, I think it would be too strong if it was 3 Digivolve. Start of my turns, pop, add your blocker back to your hand, swing for game. No, like, that's kind of...
I don't see a problem with that. I'm a blue player.
But I'm pretty sure the rest of the starter deck is fine. I think it's because we get all this bells and whistles. That's why it's 4 to Digivolve. The Cordramon... Does the Geogreymon has an inheritable? The Cordramon doesn't.
No, I don't think he did. I think they're literally
The
like
Geogreymon don't have inheritable. Yeah, okay. They both don't have inheritable. They just have different on-play effects. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, Cordramon is security at the end of the battle. Plays card without paying his memory costs. Really cool. But now they have the on-play of Trigger Draw 2. And it's literally better than Zudomon now. There's no reason to play Zudomon ever. Now you can play Cordramon.
Dude, literally, like, you just put him on the field, you spent, and it's a level 4, which can Digivolve into more. Yeah. Draw 2 on play.
There's
and it's security, too. Oh,
yeah, it's security Digimon that literally just lets you do what Zudomon did without... Like, and now it costs less than Zudomon, by the way. Zudomon was a 7 play cost, while this is a 6 play cost. And, like, having it be a level 4 is way better. In Blue's library, level 5 slots are very important.
Right.
There's
a lot of inheritables, good inheritables at level 5. So having this being a level 4 also changes it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
And honestly, like, you still can play Zudomon if you really want.
So
you can have a lot of on-play stuff.
You can have 8 draw.
It's just keep having all this on-play. If you really break that much, you know, like...
Bro, it might as well just be Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, I see that shot. I see that shot.
I just like drawing cards. I just like drawing cards in blue.
That's why I play purple. That's why I like drawing cards. I like destroying stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Did my stuff just die? I guess I'll draw 5 cards. Let's go. And then the
at least give them a burial for their sacrifice.
Let's go. No, we don't need sacrifices at all.
That's only purple, bro. We
it's only
masochists
purple.
Out here.
Yeah, the only purple because they just like hurting themselves, and blue we just like doing crap for no reason. I swear, blue just breathes and just says, "I would like to draw." Wait, why? Because I can.
That's how they both resonate with me.
Yeah,
I like to draw because I can't like beat you down, and then I like beat myself down a little bit too.
Technical difficulties is I accidentally try to organize my cord and take it out by accident. So cool.
This guy.
Oh yeah, so professional. The option card is Victory Sword, so it's play cost 3, but its main effect is unspin one of your blue Digimon. To be honest, a lot better than.
This is really good.
Honestly, like, it doesn't check for Tamers.
Right.
Because you know how Ray of Victory could bounce something, but it had to check for Tamer to unspin. So, like, the really cool thing about all this is that you can still play it with the old cards. So you can have a full just Gallantmon level 6 line, full All Force level 6 line, and it'll work. It might not work optimally, but it will work. And that's what I love about it.
Here you go. Imperial Dramon, baby. This for us.
Yeah, the Victory Sword. Yeah, you can even play an Imperial Dramon, get some more swings in.
Yeah, buddy.
or
That's
just
true.
probably swing for game if you can.
Turn that, what was it? Turn that 4-co into a 5-co.
Yeah, swing with jamming. That's one.
Yeah.
Digivolve, swing again. Two,
Stand.
unsuspend, swing again. Three. Yeah.
And you can also
And
throw in the
Yeah, I
And you
normally
probably
have another Digimon on there too. But yeah,
and you probably just like throw in the advanced Omni and the Tamer evolutions, and you still Oko.
right.
It would just be
yeah.
if you don't see them.
It's just like
That'd be sick.
option cards. Okay, so I know that people are saying like option cards are going to be like less used and stuff, but it's just like, dude, it's like the more this game keeps going on, the more you kind of keep needing to have any form of removal, you know? That's just not just Digimon, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Everybody keeps saying like, oh, Gaia Forces are 2 of now, yes, but it's like when you have a red deck in set 5, I still think that Gaia Force is a good card to even have it at 1. And I just feel like you really need a way to get rid of stuff. And when these starter decks come out and they start proving the fact that if that card keeps staying on the field, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to get your security destroyed and etc. And it's just one of my reasons why I keep saying like, yeah, we kind of just need any form or fashion of just removal in option cards. I don't think option cards are just going to leave forever.
Right.
Like
I agree. They're
everybody's
not.
trying to say. Like, oh.
If anything, like they may stay at where they are, progress, but they'll never go down because
Right.
they have too much value. And I just feel like
oh, go ahead, man.
okay, I was gonna say like I just feel like the people that are saying that option cards aren't needed or like not even required in decks anymore. I just feel like there's a large majority, but I don't know how well they do in tournaments where people have like a good amount of option cards that can help progress their certain plays to, give them that win, that other, that advantage over their opponent to bring it on.
There's current
Right.
times right now where I'm saying like, when opponent can heal, and I said, dang, if he didn't heal, if she didn't heal, I wouldn't be. If they didn't heal, I would have won the game.
Mhm.
Right.
So it just having, if I had this victory sword option card, I would have been like in a better spot. I'm just saying that
Exactly.
option cards, I don't think they're going obsolete. I just think that there's situational ones, but there are situations where you really say, I really wish I had something to finish this
Right.
game out, to steal this game.
Yeah, I got you. I feel that. Like that's happened to me before, especially going against Shine, where like I just wish I had like a different card or something like that there. And most of the time, the card I need isn't even a monster. You think a monster would be helpful in that situation, but it's only helpful if you have it set up for the turn before. That's why I think like option cards are really good because as long as you have a Digimon on the field, you can use its effect that turn. You don't have to wait a whole turn to even use it to its full potential.
Right. Let's go. By the way, we got also Demi Vmon. Demi Vmon, your turn if you have. It has the inheritable. If you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gets 1,000 DP. Not sure how much is going to be used. Really not sure how much is going to be used, especially since we have like stuff like Upamon and etc. to like fix our hand. I feel like when this starter deck comes out, like all of those draw card decks are going to come. Like all those cards that say draw something and etc. is going to come in more handy than Demi Vmon. It might be a 1 of, but I'm not sure if it's a 4 of.
I don't know how fast this deck is gonna be. If this deck is really, really quick, then I can be like, yeah, definitely play it maybe 1 or 2 of, nothing more than that. But besides that, I would definitely maybe 1 or none. 1 or none, because like you have to wait till you have 8 cards, which isn't
Because you can
that
still play
bad.
Arena. Because guess what? I mean, like you still have all of these Vmons, right? You got an extra Vmon, you got an extra All Force. Like Arena comes in handy as being a searcher and just that DP booster. So,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
and like that's also when I'm like, do I really need this Demi Vmon that gives me 1,000 when I got Rena in the background?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can like it depends which old force you're playing, but you can set it, do all this other shit. It's crazy.
So okay, so quickly moving over to the Digimon survey. So We talked about the set 6 hasn't officially like started doing. There's like 2 cards for set 6 that were released, revealed. I mean, but we're gonna save that for another podcast when there's a little bit more meat to set 6 in general. So we're gonna quickly move over to the EN side of things. So basically, on Digimon card game website, the world global site, Bandai has asked us to take a survey. And in this survey, they ask, I didn't take this survey yet. It's still open, by the way.
What's up website?
What's it called? world.digimoncard.com. And of course, it asks like simple stuff like where do you live? Do you play the game? Da, 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 da. But it asks the most controversial question, and I don't know why it's controversial, of would you think that this game needs a mulligan system? As well as would you support the game if it had a digital release of some sort? And
Digital, yes, for me. Sorry.
oh, it's good and everything. They asked like if you would play it on the computer or on your phone and everything. I usually like that's a good question to ask. Like, hey, if you wanted to play it digitally, where would you want to play it?
Right.
I like.
mean,
It
go ahead,
depends
man.
on the person. I feel it just depends on what you have, because not everybody has not everybody has a laptop, as this pandemic has shown.
Right.
But most people have cell phones, so a cell phone release would actually be pretty I think it'd be the best move. It'd definitely be the best move for them if they wanted to do a virtual game. Computer wouldn't be bad though. Like maybe have the ability to do it on a computer as well. I don't know.
I think having on both is a good option because
Yeah.
there's also people that there's people that either have cell phones or no laptop, or laptop and no cell phone. It's just like one of those little mixes. Like it's really rare for people to not have a cell phone and a laptop, but it's still possible. So I think maybe if they did like a release for like both and just like have maybe like an app for like both platforms, I think it'd be fine, to be honest.
Right, and then I'm trying to find. I'm looking at the survey right now.
Same. How you doing it?
They're asking like alt art questions and everything, merchandise questions, like what would you buy? Because it's really been up to the fans to make stuff for the Digimon card game, like fan made. Memory markers have been a thing, and
Right.
that's not a bad thing. It's just if there was official merchandise, cool,
Right.
Coasters?
Wait, is that one of the things? Is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just need to have a coaster next to
Coasters on this
my
list?
next to my playmat. That's a good idea.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
A
Coasters.
coaster next to your
Okay.
playmat.
Clear plastic file folders. You know what? I can.
Which
get
was your
behind that.
first? Which was your favorite alternate art cards? So like you can, because like a lot of people love the set 1.0, the Masters of Evil versus the what's it called?
All the good guys.
All the good guys versus all the bad guys. The alternate
Yeah.
art with the circuitry and everything, and the background was really cool. So people were wondering if they were going to bring that art style back. But also, I do like the Battle of Omni connection art, like where they connect together. Though.
Yeah, that was really cool, actually, in my opinion.
What if they find a way to do both? That'd be
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Maybe that could be a thing one day.
I feel like they can, because this is like, again, if you put all of them together, they're just looking at each other. But if you had it where they connected in another way too, instead of just looking at each other, that would have been cool.
That would be really cool, actually.
And what's it called? What are your thoughts about mulligans? Rules to redraw your starting hand. And then it has like the questions of mulligans aren't necessary. I wish I could redraw my starting hand of 5 cards at the start of a game. I wish I could redraw a specific number of cards from my hand at the start of a game. I wish I could keep a level 3 Digimon but redraw the other cards in my starting hand at the start of the game. And I wish I could either redraw my entire hand or keep a level 3 Digimon in my hand and redraw the other cards at the start of the game. So
This one's iffy for me.
because there's the only reason they're asking this question because there's been tournaments where literally the finals would just be a wash. It would just be a wash. It would be the opponent didn't get a good hand. They can't hard cast an Omnimon because they're
That's
not
right.
given 5 memory and etc. So it's like everybody keeps saying hard cast everything. Well, you can still lose a lot
What I
faster.
I think this question is coming from. it's going, not coming from, my bad. It's going obviously to experienced card players. Like if you played Yu-Gi-Oh for a number of years, Pokemon for a number of years, all card games. Those games are relatively consistent, but it's not because they were consistent off the rip. Because this game's still brand new.
Right.
This brand new, doesn't have that many cards to build up consistency. It took years for like Yu-Gi-Oh to be like, oh yeah, you can do this, 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 and this, and you'll pretty much have consistent combo, consistent hand every single turn.
Right.
That's true.
Like I said, other games don't do it. I would say
almost everybody has a mulligan except Yu-Gi-Oh. By the way, every other popular card game has a mulligan except Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't really need it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has you can pop off with just like spell card somehow, and it's like that's how Yu-Gi-Oh is. You can just pop off with a spell card.
Yeah, because like there's something mechanic doesn't really require or their attack mechanic doesn't really require like extra pieces for their stuff to like play everything. It's just like you normal summon something. You just like summon something, then you can go off, or you can play a trap or spell and you go off.
I mean, hey,
everyone else just like
look at Exodia decks too. You know, look at
Exodia
decks that don't even attack; they just draw until they get their full pieces. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the base. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, so that's like the easiest example I can give. But it's just like
Exodia is definitely an example.
Actually, reminded me of that, Mafuse. You're right. There is no extra sort of mechanic that you have to worry about, especially for like resource management. Right. The resources are as many cards that you have in your hand, how many cards you can dig down into, and you know what I'm saying? That's the mechanic. Other card games, like you said, do have mulligans because they actually have the resources. Like Magic the Gathering, you have to have lands. Digimon, you have to have memory. I don't know what
Digimon you usually just have to have something to capitalize off the memory system because you can play a level 4. Cool. You put your opponent at 6. But it's those times and everything where you only have options in your hand, where you only have a level 7 in your hand, where you only have X, Y, and Z in your hand, and guess what? You still need the required memory cost to play it, right? Right. Now the reason this is so controversial is because some people believe that if you add mulligans to this game that it encourages bad deck building. I don't fully understand why they believe that. It's just they say you can be a lot greedier in deck building, and I'm like, well, if
not really.
If I was struggling to get a rookie when I had 14 rookies, well, you think I would drop to 12 if I had a mulligan? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like people don't understand that mulligan actually means that like you're choosing to like put cards in your hand because like they even have a choice on a survey to say like if you keep working your hand and just shut the rest in your deck something like that. Like it's not saying you should get rid of your entire hand or anything. I'm sure they'll have a choice system or something like that.
Like everybody has to vote on the option or just say no, and it's like, how do I say it? It's just like, it promotes bad deck building, but how does it promote bad deck building? There's still going to be the Mega Zoos. There's still going to be the Rookie Rush. There's still going to be everything, in my opinion. It's just, how do you change my deck building experience? Because, like, sometimes and everything, I really look at my deck and I say, nope, I got to run 16 rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more bad deck building to me compared to adding a mulligan and saying, it'll promote more bad deck building. Me having to worry about not seeing a single rookie and saying, I can't run 12 because that's really, apparently 12 isn't the safe net. 14 is the safe net. Yeah, so because I'm always saying, I need to run 14 rookies or I'm not going to see my rookies, doesn't that promote bad deck building?
You know what? I agree with that. I agree because it doesn't allow you as much freedom as other card games do. Because it is limiting because if you don't play, like you said, 14 at least, you're never going to see those cards as often as you would need to. Now, as you like to, I mean need to. Because you need it in your starting hands at least get an extra draw.
And we just mentioned, that red doesn't have draw support, right? And its draw support are mainly in their inheritables. So let's say that we have to hard cast everything. We're not drawing unless we're digivolving over it immediately. I went against somebody. They were playing Ragnarlormon. They hard casted, put me to 10. Their piece, what was it? Brian, I think it was the black Digimon that gives blocking.
Ludamon?
Yeah, Ludamon. They hard casted that and then went into Ragnarlormon and said, like, see, we don't need mulligans. I can just put you to 10. I'm like, what? You had your pieces.
Right.
You had the extra step. I don't have a level 7 and at the time that I can just digivolve over and say it's worth it. You still had your pieces. You need your level 6, and then now you can do your entire combo because really you need your level 6.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't use Ragnar Lordmon as an example. You can't literally play because Ragnar Lordmon is used in Megazoo because of that too. Because it doesn't need
that's
inheritable.
literally the whole thing of Megazoo now.
I feel.
Right.
Red Lormon.
No, I was about to say. I feel like the problem is people use anecdotal evidence without looking at the picture. Sorry, did I cut out there for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
All right, cool. Yeah, I just saw my thing like just go off. So, people are using anecdotal evidence right now. What the fuck? All right.
Amazing.
What the fuck?
Amazing.
Justifying stuff with anecdotal evidence.
Right.
There we go. I finished it.
There
and
we
the
go.
problem is you have to look at the entire pool. You don't be like, you don't go out and say, you know what? It rained on Monday, so it's going to rain every Monday. No, it rains when it's going to rain because
That's
blah,
not
blah,
what
blah,
it
blah.
is.
Like, it's not just going to rain every
You
Monday.
can brick with Rookie Rush. I've done it before where it's just my option cards by accident, and I'm like, how did this happen? But again, there's no mulligans, so I can't send that back and everything, and I gotta hope that I draw every turn and find something else. There are those rare instances, and when it happens in a competitive play, it's just a wash. That's a free win.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
if there's any way to stop RNG from being the deciding factor in a competitive game, cool. You know.
Yeah, because like every card game, no matter what, every single card game has the most where they brick. Like you can be the most consistent deck in history, but there's still like at least a 1% chance of like bricking. There's still at least that percentile of like bricking. It's still possible with that.
Yeah, and a mulligan isn't going to fix the fact that you might brick or you might not brick. It's just an extra safety net, right? Because again,
Yeah.
right? Let's go. Let me scroll back up to it. Right, they're not saying search your deck for a level 3. Whatever level
Right.
3 you get, you're gonna get. And like one of the options is just redraw your starting 5 cards. So you're literally just probably putting them on the bottom of the deck and drawing another 5. That's not going to guarantee that your hand is going to be filled in perfect. If
Exactly.
anything, it's just a safety net. Just a safety net. That's it.
Like, back to what you said about bad deck building. If someone builds a bad deck, mulligans ain't going to help them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bad deck.
If you start running 10 rookies and everything, and you need to digivolve and get to your when digivolving effects and all this other stuff, that extra 5 cards are really going to help you. No, it's not.
No, no,
Nah.
no, it's not.
But it's like, again, if I keep saying to myself, well, I want to make this deck. Let's say right now I'm going through the process. Right now I'm going through the motions with Lilithmon for 1.5. I'm trying to make a Lilithmon deck where I play 4 Lilithmon. Lilithmon cannot be hard played and benefit from it. I can't hard play Lilithmon and get the when digivolving effect of adding option cards back to my hand. I just can't.
Exactly.
And I know I got Chimeramon, but guess what? Chimeramon isn't always in my hand. So
That is true.
That's
That is a fact.
It's just one of those things of if I need to build up, and that's my strategy is to build up and get these inheritables, and so I can get to my boss monster. Then at the same time and everything, it's just like, what do I do? What do I say when I only have level 6s in my hand, level 7s in my hand, option cards in my hand? And you can't just use option cards just to get them out of your hand. You got to be able to use their effects. You can't just pay. You have to be able to resolve the effect. You just can't play it for no reason.
Right.
Yeah,
I played
exactly.
12. I currently play 12 rookies. Guess what? I'm looking at my Lilithmon deck and saying, dang, I really cannot afford to play 12. I need to play 14. Because it's so important.
Yeah.
Sounds like card game life.
Yeah.
Facts.
I can't afford to play 12 rookies in my Lilithmon deck. I have to play 14. And at
Like,
that point and everything, it's like, dang, I gotta cut down the gimmick. The gimmick of Lilithmon using option cards and everything. It's not like I played a ton of option cards. I was just trying to have more space for higher level stuff, like my level 5s and everything. But now it's like I'm forced to play 14 level 3s. And now I'm going to go to 8. I'm going back to 8 instead of 9 level 5s. I just have to.
Right.
Yeah.
But does that promote bad deck building if I literally have to say I might whiff hard? Or does it just kind of shows that deck building is limited depending on what you're trying to do? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why like I would say it's a odd mix of both because if someone wants to do it and somehow gets lucky with more, then
Right.
it's like then it can promote it then, but then you can't be like your situation and say like my deck's bad. I'm doing bad deck building because of yada yada yada. Yeah,
Right.
you know what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
it's really
Yeah,
objective. Like what people don't realize and everything that they're coming to these conclusions in the most skewed way possible, and they just don't want to hear any kind of reasoning. Because as soon as you do talk, I've talked to multiple people about this. As soon as you try to explain why it's not bad deck building, they immediately shut down, then leave.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah,
that's the
they don't
hardest
want
thing
the
about the
conversation.
internet.
They don't want the conversation. They want
Yeah.
to be right, and the problem is
No
they're
one's
not
right
always
all the
going to be
time.
right. They should just they're not always going to be right.
There are
It's
the
always
people that are on the bandwagon and don't know why they're on the bandwagon. They're just like, oh, I heard that it's bad. So, I'm like, oh, can you
well, I feel
explain?
bad. So it's not that it's bad. It's just anecdotal evidence.
We just
If it
need,
rained on Monday, it's going to rain every Monday.
what's it called? I mean, I don't know. Having a mulligan isn't going to fix every problem. Again, it's not like they're saying search your deck. But it's just like there's a skill gap between someone that's playing a meta deck and someone that's that knows how to play the meta deck. So there's always going to be that skill gap. There's always going to be the skill expression of saying like, oh, because I have a mulligan, you're not going to wipe me entirely this round. I might have a chance now. You know, and I feel like we don't have sideboarding or nothing. It's not like they're going the full extra mile and giving us sideboarding. We don't have to worry about that. It's just we need another form of skill expression.
Should we talk about sideboarding? Because I actually kind of want.
I mean, we can. They didn't ask about it in the survey, by the way. Sideboarding is just another thing that we believe that. Okay, so if they start doing mulligans, right?
Right.
Do you think that sideboarding might be the next question?
I mean,
Maybe.
it depends because like, here's the thing about sideboarding. Sideboarding is really needed for like games that either are too fast or too much of a problem where people just need to have extra insurance to deal with some stuff. And I think Digimon's in that territory where it might not need it just because every single set has either a way to catch another deck or to say, you know what, you just run this, you'll be fine.
I mean, like, we were wrong. Well, our predictions for 1.5 at first, when we were talking casually, was kind of wrong, where we assumed that Rookie Rush wasn't going to be too much of a problem. And now look at it. You know what I'm saying? Where games are extremely fast because if you can't handle Rookie Rush, you're dead. You know?
Right.
But not everybody's playing Rookie Rush. Again, like I told you, I have a Lilithmon deck that I got to build up to. So because I have to build up to it, you know what I'm saying? It's going, like, there's games that can go into just ties or draws because it takes so long, and like the control game is really important in certain decks. So let's go.
To be honest,
I never had sideboarding, by the way, in my games. So.
I feel like these questions, like mulligans and sideboarding, now that I'm thinking about it and everyone's giving me their input, I think they're just like kind of too early to ask because the game's, like I said, it's only been out in the U.S., like most other territories outside of like.
Remember, mulligans isn't too early because they witnessed their official tournaments being basically too fast because someone bricked. Again, I believe then in either Carta Magica, they streamed it, by the way. It's on the internet when you want to promote the game and then you see the finals and the most skilled players get to the top spot, the top table, and you just see them get completely steamrolled because they can't get a rookie. That's a bad sign.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
when you're trying to promote the game, at least, you know.
You know, they probably put in the survey because they probably agree with you and like it is good enough. I don't watch many online duels, but the sideboard, it maybe just be a little bit too early.
Sideboarding, I agree because it's like, I don't know. Like, yes, there's like, okay, so if sideboarding was the thing, right, you would see Puppetmon, Machine Dramon, like, you know what I'm saying?
They see
like,
all the on plays in the
sideboard, only them, and I'm like, all right.
I mean, that's actually how sideboarding is. And play those staples like you have
cut out again, man.
I cut out again.
Yeah.
Yep.
GP, what you
oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's essentially you just play like other cards that can slow down your opponent, not even try to progress your combos. It's just to stop your opponent from doing what they need to do. So,
right.
Yeah, I can see it being that. We just got to see if they're going to bring out any more cards.
I just want them to. I just want them to decide if they want to have monoclones. Because at first, right, before the argument of it promotes bad deck building, at first it was just what was their excuse? It was some excuse where before it promotes bad deck building, at first it was just that's not what Japan's doing. And then everybody combated that with, well, Japan's best of one, so we should be best of one too. But then everybody was like, oh, no, we should still be best of three and everything. Yeah, like, we're already different from JP. JP is best of ones in their tournaments. Their official tournaments is best of one. We're best of three. We are already different. Our meta is different from them. Our release schedule is different. We are behind, but at the same time, we got the merged sets. So while they had a chance to enjoy All Force VMon, what's it called? My brain is on the fritz right now. God dang it. While they had a chance to enjoy Argomon being meta, Rusty Tyrannomon being meta, we get hit with the ban list, the restriction list, ban list, whatever you want to call it. And now we can't use 4 hidden potential discover, and now we can't use 4 level 5 Argomons and etc. Rusty Tyrannomon doesn't get its time in the limelight anymore because of hidden potential discover being put at 1. And that's kind of what made the deck faster, etc. So it's like we can't keep comparing ourselves to JP. Yes, we can use them as the template of saying, okay, when they were in this meta, this was popular, but we're already different. Because of the delays from COVID, because of how hard it is to get cards, because of X, Y, and Z. Like, I played against a few people that were playing Rookie Rush, and they didn't have the fully built, maxed out competitive build. They just had stuff put together, and that's how usually Rookie Rush is. It's just legitimately, I talked to them, and they were like, yeah, I couldn't get product, and I'm entering this win-a-box tournament with Rookie Rush because the deck is good, and also I don't have for jamming VMons. I don't have for jamming X VMons. The opponent I went against only had like 2 X VMons and then 3 jamming VMons. He wasn't like completely off. His deck wasn't completely off from like the staple, but yeah, he was admitting like, yeah, this is why I'm in this win-a-box tournament, so I can get more cards because it's hard to get cards where he was at.
Dang.
And like when that's a legitimate answer to why you're playing that deck, yes, it's meta, but at the same time, there are people who are truly doing this because they cannot afford scalp price.
Yeah, scalping prices are kind of crazy right now.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that thing on Facebook? It was this one shop was saying we're selling these boxes for like $250, and they said we don't care how much other things are being sold, be fine and everything. I was like, yo, that is so fucking rude. That is cuss.
Yeah,
I did. No.
Don't worry, I'll edit it out.
I realized when I said, I'm like, well, that was passionate of me.
That was really passionate. Like, I hate these guys. And like, wait, what store was that? Because I think I blocked them actually from seeing their posts.
It was like it was on Facebook.
It was on Facebook. I know what you're talking about because I immediately blocked them, so I wouldn't see their posts ever again.
Yeah, and
because legitimately, if you say I don't care how much everybody else, we're selling it for this, and they didn't include dash packs, they didn't include memorial packs. They just said we're just selling it for this. We don't care. And I said, okay, block. Never see you again.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need that type of energy to win. We don't need that. We need, hey, we're selling it for this price. Yeah, pretty much it. Try to maybe set up, like, if people buy it online, try to set up a system possibly where like one.
Like, you don't have to buy from everything online and everything cool, but it's just like,
that's true.
You don't have to harass people. Like, that's the problem right now is that people are harassing scalpers. That's not cool. It's just leave them alone. Ignore them. Ignore their posts. Let it sink.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you harass them, you're still talking
on their post and boosting it up so that everybody else can see it. Let their posts sink or block them.
Exactly.
But don't like send death threats and everything. That's the main thing that people have been getting banned from groups because they've been trying to send death threats and stuff. So like that's
wait.
Don't do that, guys. Don't send death threats to anybody.
Yeah, if you go to the Digimon TCG marketplace.
Don't do that.
In one of the groups and everything. If we have any proof of you sending death threats, we will block you from the group and everything. Blah blah. We'll kick you out and block you.
And guys, you got to remember too, the internet we got people watching that stuff.
Mhm.
Say, yeah, Jodo, don't do it. Don't do it. It is not worth it.
It's not worth it at all to get
not
that
worth
upset. Just don't buy it. Because like the collector's vault, right? Or not to throw them under the bus, they throw some cool events and everything sometimes, but it's like the collector's vault, they don't always sell at a reasonable price. At least at the very beginning. I don't know what their prices are anymore because I don't check, but it's like I'll join their tournaments, but I will not be just simply, buying from them constantly.
Right.
Because their prices are jacked up. But I'll enter their tournament and see if I can win a box. And win packs and everything for the entry fee cost and everything. But I will not be just casually scrolling through the site saying, "Oh, la-di-da, got a paycheck. Let me see what I can say. Oh, $200? Wow, what a steal for them!" Like,
you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, it's just like you just need to know where you're shopping, and you need to know what's it called, like what you're trying to get, what you need. Like, for example, like 1.0 is being restocked right now. There's a in Michigan, there's a card shop that's currently restocked 2 hours ago. Do I need 1.0? No, I don't. I think I'm actually really good. I just need, like, the card I need is Beelzemon, and I'm still debating on if I need for a playset of Beelzemon, and that's only because I like collecting.
Do you need? Well, for collecting, yeah, I'm gonna say you need it.
I like to collect and have the play sets. Yeah, I like to have playset collection. I have a playset collection, so that's the only reason. Like, yes, pull like and like justifying. I had a playset of regular Omnimon and 2 alternate Omnimon. Spending more than $100 on this booster box is not a good idea. I can just wait and buy singles. Like, I can't justify the purchase because I'm already well off, and that's the question you got to ask. Do you need this box? Are you trying to get into the game? How much is it? Is that too much out of your budget? Blah blah blah. Is it better to buy singles? Is it better to buy from local people that are trying to sell and everything, that bought a lot of product and everything? Will they give you a deal if you're local, etc.? Those are the questions you ask, and you have to ask yourself. And again, for me, I'm a collector, but a playset collector. Playset of the alternate arts, playset of the regular arts, that's it. So for me, I'm looking at this post like, I don't need any more 1.0 stuff. I'm good.
But that Beelzemon, that was fine.
But yeah, Beelzemon, I'm still debating it though, cause like Beelzemon, man, he kind of loses steam after set 4.
Yeah, but if you're doing it for collecting reasons, that's what I was trying to say. Collecting and go for it. I'm not gonna stop you, but if you're doing it to play it, I'm like, he's falling off a little bit.
Yeah.
Set 4, he's not gonna be doing too hot. So.
Right.
I actually wouldn't say that much, because based on what I saw in the last one of Japan's tournaments, I saw Impmon and Beelzemon still being played because of Chaos Galamon just Monster Reborning him, and then you can just Digivolve Beelzemon afterwards. It's one of right now, at least.
Can we just say we're not Japan?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's not. No. I'm just saying, like more like, I don't think he's falling off completely. Like in set 1.5, yeah, he's definitely a lot slower now, but I feel like he's still gonna be around. It's because of the fact that like there's ways to bring him back with Newsmon and Chaos Galamon,
right? And
just Digivolve on top, so he might not be dead. I could be wrong though. Anything can happen. I'm just saying, like, he might not be totally dead.
Yeah. He's a Warp Digivolve, so to be honest, I don't think Warp Digivolves were dead.
I mean, we still got to use Millenniumon, and if you really want to capitalize on Millenniumon, you really want to do that Warp Digivolve and then go into Millenniumon next turn.
Yeah, it's so much faster.
It's so much faster than just doing the Turbo Boltmon engine for purple. Mm-hmm. And it's like, not trying to be like that guy, but this is like Boltmon tries to do what red does, but it's faster to just say Ipmon, Beelzemon, Millenniumon. It's like screw all that,
And then pretty soon for red, we'll be saying that too with Guilmon. Galadmon, Omnimon, goodnight.
Yeah, the starter deck and everything legitimately just goes from like Guilmon to Galamon, Vmon to All Force to Omni, and then it just like justifies again Warp Digivolve. It's a cool feature. It just needs to be done right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Bandai has a love-hate relationship with purple.
It's like, because purple was like introduced set 2 and 3. It wasn't even introduced in 1. Yeah. And they're like, what do we do with purple? I don't know. And then they just keep going.
I feel like it's because of the fact you guys are bad guys that like they had to like try to like see if they can like give some love
Yeah.
to the heroes because it seems like the bad guys getting a lot of love and they said like, you know what, let's give some love
Whoa,
to the heroes.
whoa, wait, give love to
Oh, he cut out.
what you bro. I said give love to the heroes. That's all they do is give love to the heroes. How
You
many
see all the
Omnimon?
War Greymons.
See
See all the War
Greymon?
Greymons. See all the Metal Garurumons. Then you see all the Omnimons, and you're like, yeah, give love to
Give love to the heroes. Oh,
Like, yeah, we've been doing that a long time.
Like what was it? Purple. We only have only two level 7s. Time out. Yeah, we only have 2 level 7s we can go into. Millenniummon and Omnimon.
Hello?
You guys can go.
Yeah, he's still there. He's just being cut out again. Don't worry.
Seriously?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently
We're not
my
messing
mic
with you.
taking my passion. No. So we only have 2 level 7s that we can go into, right?
Right.
We only have Millenniummon and Omnimon's work. You guys have Omnimon. What was it? Can you guys go? No, you can't go to his work. Omnimon X Antibody, that one.
Right.
Like you guys got so many, and then you can also, oh man, just so many, too many.
It's just
Omnimon.
so much stuff.
Wait,
All right. Wait, we're getting sidetracked.
Right.
Let's talk about the 1.5 Ian meta because that is cool. And okay, so basically, right?
Right.
Pro Play Games, they posted they have a Facebook group specifically because they kind of didn't want to start flooding the official Digimon card game group with all their posts and etc. They got a Patreon, but the deck lists are free. The results are free. They don't have. You just gotta. Their Patreon is mainly for their stuff. In the most recent webcam tournament, the Half K Set 1.5 release special tournament, it was 50% was Rookie Rush. The top 16 was filled with 50% Rookie Rush. 19% was Red Omni, and then 31% was Shine Greymon. The top 16 breakdown, by the way, that's what we have on the screen. But they made a mistake. First place was actually Ragnarlormon. If we go over to their Patreon and you see the deck profiles through the links, first place wasn't it Tev Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
It's like rotated. I'll probably do it in post or something. Let me download this right now. But it is Ragnarlormon playing like the ratio is just like 4 Ragna, 1 Volcanic, 2 Phoenix, 3 of the black level 6 Leadamon, and then 3 Durandamon. Then you got like some metal Tyrannomon, the 10k attacker, so that they can put some pressure on before they get to Ragna, as well as the Ragnarok. What was the level 5, the golden Legend Arms that gives a level 7 security attack +1.
Oh, those are the Durandamon lines. So it's
Durandamon, okay. And
yeah,
then you
like
got the what's it called? A lot of it else is just the turbo engine, where it's basically, oh my gosh, what's the name? Level 5. That's 2 Digivolve, 5 play cost.
Oh, Groundramon?
Yeah, Groundramon, Dark Tyrannomon. You still got Greymon to give that plus 1 security attack to anything. Then you got the Cordramon, 4 blockers. The Agumon, because that's a staple. The Searcher, can't remember its name. They got the Black Agumon that has 4,000 DP. So I think that's kind of neat. It's kind of different. Zubamon. Yeah, Zubamon. And then they were running 2 Baby Demon and 3 Digimon. And their Tamer lineup is 3 Ties and then 2 Gaia Force. But yeah, this is a Ragnar deck. This is not an Omni deck, but they made a mistake. So, mistakes were made, but oh well. Second was Jonathan Kim that played Shine Greymon.
Yep.
And if you click on his link, it takes you to DigimonCard.dev.
Yep.
And the numbers are really kind of not stereotypical. What I really thought that was really different was the Shakuamon.
Yeah, that one actually caught my eye too. That's a pretty good idea, actually, to be honest.
They still run Ankyliomon because that's security. Dude, when Ankyliomon goes off, it pops off, man. I swear.
In Kylomon, yeah.
Yeah. They're running Glorious Burst because a lot of people prefer Glorious Burst. when it comes to Shine because of how low the memory cost can go if it's late game. 4
Right.
Rise Greymon, 3 Sirenmon. Yeah, it's like what kind of seems to be the normal is to go 4 Rise and then 3 something and 3 of something,
Right.
something else. So it's like basically 3 different level 5s is like the kind of go-to for a lot of Shine
Yeah,
Greymon decks that's been topping.
Yeah, because they run basically they had to run like at least 9 ultimates just because they need to get to shine as much as
Right.
possible, even though they just started with an ultimate.
I think Angie-Womon is good, but it's like so many people that's been topping haven't been running Angie-Womon, and I think maybe it becomes better with Yellow War Greymon at least.
Yeah, with Yo War Greymon at least like stops some of the bigger Digimon,
Yeah.
and War can already get rid of the rookies easily because he
And
just
it just builds your board a little bit wider with the if you have 3. Well, I think that's why Angie-Womon, the rare Angie-Womon from set 1.5, has the inheritable of if you have like 3 or less security, play a level 3 Digimon from your hand for free.
Yep, and War gets you there. So
And War
it's
gets you there because they also have the option cards that take a security away too. And you got Lotmon, of course, but you can do it a lot. You can get rid of your own security a lot faster in Yellow War Greymon. So I think that's why Angie-Womon isn't seeing a lot of use right now, but I think it will go up. So I don't think people should get rid of their Angie-Womons. It just seems like Sirenmon and Rise. It seems like the most consistent things that are in Shine Greymon decks right now. Everything else is kind of like
however you can
kinda up
just
in
like
the air.
stop rookie.
Right.
To be honest,
What seems like the most consistent thing in every Shine Greymon deck is 4 Patamon, 4 Rise, 4 Terriermon, 4 Shine, 4 TK.
Yep.
Because TK seems to be in 4 in almost every deck. The most consistent, at least, guys. It's
He's
not
too
trying
good,
to
bro.
say.
He's too-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 4-cost one.
Yeah, the most consistent in every single Shine Greymon deck is the 4 drop TK, and then
It's honestly one of the best. I feel like it's probably the top tamer right now because
Right.
he just literally he lets you look at
Alternards went
security.
up. Yeah. And his went up to 50, by the way. 4 drop TK. His
I got
Alternate went to $50.
I have mine altered.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad I don't got mine. Purple player here.
purple, blue.
Purple.
my tamers don't have Alternate or not used. The one that has Alternate aren't used at all.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry Joe. Sorry Matt. Guess Davis wins. Period. And then
Until set 5.
by the way, the third one was Timothy Harris with Rookie Rush, blue green. Was that right?
Yep.
Yeah, blue green Rookie Rush. You love it, you hate it. It's still a good deck. And the most consistent thing when it comes to Rookie Rush decks is 4 Upamon, 4 Jamming Vmon, 4 Gabumon on play, draw, 4 XVmon, and 4 Puppetmon. That seems to be the most consistent. Oh, and 4 Hammer Sparks. Almost every single Rookie Rush deck has those numbers in some way, shape, or form. What's it called? And then 4 Mushroom and 4 Auroramon because you want your green cards to go off. But yeah, those seem to be most consistent numbers at least when it comes to Rookie Rush. This is their winning deck list. Only playing 8 option cards, 2 tamers, and then everything else is just Digimon. And usually that's how it goes. You can be a little bit more stingy sometimes with the option cards, but we won't go into that. They said we want Digimon. Oh, what's his name? Timothy Harris wanted Digimon only and wanted rookies and wanted to spam the board, so they went the Digimon route instead of having all of those other option cards, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, I feel like with Rookie Rush, you definitely because if you don't hit a rookie, it really hurts. Because I remember that you said you Rookie Rush before. It doesn't happen, but when it does, it hurts.
Yeah, and that's why I have I don't know. I got to change my deck again, but it's just I think I figured out a better way to make it a little bit more consistent. But there are those times where all I do is what's it called? There has been those times where I start my opening hand and it's just Flower Cannon, and then it's Hammer Sparks, and I'm like, oh, one of those games I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. No, I'm actually kind of surprised. It's weird, but I'm kind of surprised no Imperial Dramon top, but it makes sense because the cards are expensive.
I mean, well,
So-
to be more specific and everything, Imperial Dramon is just one step closer to Rookie Rush. Like, so a lot of in my opinion, right? It's just do you really want to make Imperial Dramon and try to spend that extra money, or try to pull it in general, or would you just go Rookie Rush, which is basically almost the exact same, almost.
Right.
There's a difference between Blue Imperial Dramon and Rookie Rush, and the only difference mainly is I have a boss monster, that one doesn't. Because your boss monster can technically be Vmon and jamming Vmon in Rookie Rush. I play jamming Vmon. I play X Vmon. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes when they play Grimlon, I do play Grillamon. But I have a goal of getting to my boss monster while they don't. So why would I, make that decision to make Imperial Dramon? And and I have Imperial Dramon, by the way, and Rookie Rush. I'm just saying, like, in other people's perspectives, if I have the same cards, if both decks kind of use the same cards, it's kind of a matter of opinion of, do I want to have a boss monster, or do I just want to go full Rookie Rush?
Yeah.
Because jamming Rush is a thing, but it's not Rookie Rush because of Frigimon and et cetera and et cetera. So,
Jamming. Yeah, that makes sense. It's mostly just to use the jamming mechanic as much as possible. Which, actually, now you mention it, that's kind of how... Oh my god, I cut out again?
You cut out again,
Yeah, that was worse.
Social distancing at its max.
I'm looking at like my icon in Discord, and I'm like, oh, it just went dark.
Right.
Oh. But what I'm trying to say is my deck kind of devolves into that a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
to that kind of.
I feel Rookie Rush. I think the main thing, because like I gotta be honest with Rookie Rush, I develop a newfound respect for Puppetmon, because Puppetmon is literally that one Digimon that I feel like that's the boss monster for Rookie Rush decks. To be
completely honest, yeah, sometimes you really do need that Puppetmon.
Like Puppetmon is just too good. Like I don't think. Actually, now I think about it, I don't think Puppetmon's gonna be falling out of place anytime soon, because like
Puppetmon is the only Master of Evil one play card that's really going to stay for a longer time. Because you think about Masters of Evil specifically, because Machine Dramon, Piedmon, Puppetmon are all Masters of Evil, but it seems like Puppetmon is the one that's going to stay a lot longer.
His ability's too good. Like I literally tap and then keep everything tapped, and then you just when you tap, gain back a memory. That's really good. It's worth 10 memory.
Yeah, we were. Wait, was it Pro Play? Which tournament? I participated in the Collector's Vault, and did we participate in Pro Play? Wait, was that the one that me and you?
No, we participated in a box tournament. I'm not sure by who.
It was the Collector's Vault.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did we not participate in Pro Play?
I think you said you tried to, but you couldn't make it in time for that Pro Play game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I didn't know that they were having it on Sunday, and I tried to enter, but oh well. And I couldn't and plus I kind of had to work that day anyway, so it's just like a double whammy of poor planning, poor planning on my end. I should have did more research. I could not participate fully at all because of work, and also I did not know. So yeah. But yeah, no, like in the Collector's Vault, we experienced a lot of Rookie. I experienced a lot of Rookie Rush, but I think I have it next to me.
Close it up.
So I got like sticky notes, right, that I was doing because I was trying to do a tournament report, but I never managed to do it because I got so busy. And which one is it? My first round was a no-show. Second round, I lost against Green Bay. Oh my gosh, I'm dying from air.
Gosh, don't. We need you.
It's gonna keep just the recording just keeps going as I die. I lost against Green Base Imperial Dramon, so it was piercing Green Imperial Dramon. And then I got a draw against Rookie Rush. I was playing Shine Greymon, by the way. I got a draw against Rookie Rush, but only because game 3, they couldn't swing because I had so many blockers on the field, but I could not get my pieces to get anything else. And then I lost against Sarismon because I could not secure the win, and they won the first round, and we went to overtime on the second round, but because that they won that first round, I lost. So that was great. And then I won against Edamon Alter S. That was a really not weird, but like creative deck that I've never thought I've ever faced in a tournament before. Edamon Alter S, where like they spam like the Edamons that you can't block onto the
Oh
field.
yeah. You're talking about the Edamon combo where they just like play that one Elvis impersonation Digimon and just go off.
Yeah,
from
that's
there.
his name. I think it's Metal Edamon or Meta Edamon. Yeah,
Edamon.
Edamon. Yeah, but yeah, I managed to
Edamon.
squeeze a win through that because I was able to what's it called? I was able to use Eden's Javelin to get rid of Alter S on time. I basically shined. I shined, reduced the DP, used Eden's Javelin to get rid of the rest of its DP, and set them back a lot. And that's the only reason I was able to squeeze that win out. Because if they swung with Alter S, I would have died. And then I got a draw against... what was it?
Was it my deck?
I think that was you, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that was you. Yeah, we faced each other.
Yeah, we faced each other. But the only reason why we drew was because my laptop hated me.
Oh, yeah.
And we just couldn't finish
man.
because
the judges were just hovering over our table because it was like we were having so many technical issues and everything. But because of that, we got a draw. But I'm pretty sure you would have been. It was one of those things of like, oh well, at least I get a draw against my friend. So it's just like, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
Oh, yeah.
For that. I'm
I
glad I
didn't
got
go
a new
against
laptop.
a lot of Rookie Rush though.
Yeah, I'm happy you got a new laptop too.
Yeah.
I need a new mic.
I need a new laptop, so we all need something, but you know.
We all need new things.
Yeah. Do you remember some of your experiences, like some of your matchups and everything? Was it a lot of?
Yeah. So, okay, my matchups were actually a lot different. I went against Radalore first round. I went second round. I was at Radalore. It was a close game. We went to game 3. But his Radalore mon just got me. Like I couldn't get to my megas in time.
Right.
Like I had everything ready. I just couldn't get to a mega to finish him off. And he even said like if I drew a mega, he would have lost. But besides that, I went against first one was Radalore. Second one was Imperial Jamon. Third one was Kaiser Yellow, which is the blue-yellow deck.
Right.
Went against Rookie Rush, Imperial Jamon, then you, and then our friend XC with his purple deck.
Right. I think my 7th match. I think I went against another Shine. I can't completely remember though.
Oh god.
It was another Shine, but I got to Shine first. I think it was.
Yeah, that's what happened with mirror matches. Literally, whoever gets to Shine Greymon the fastest can win that.
Right. And like, you know, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, but like, yeah, who can get to their boss monster? Who can get to their boss monster first, and who can get to it more efficiently?
And who can also just like get rid of the pieces faster.
Right. Who has that removal and everything. Like usually that's how Digimon goes. It's like who can set you back to set your game state back. And then advance theirs at the same time, you know.
Yep, as compared to Rookie Rush, where I think it's more like whoever finds Rookie first wins.
I mean, like for Rookie Rush against Rookie Rush, it's like Rookie Rush against Rookie Mirror is just who's going first, who bricks, and then who doesn't run into too much option cards and security. So what is your security looking like? Yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, like, you know, there's that added bonus of, oh, did you just hit a flower cannon and now all your stuff arrested? Guess who's puppet mining next turn if I have it in my hand? You know, and now I'm about to set you back even more because I'm
not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of what's gonna happen when set 4 drops for Rookie Rush because I know that you can add the Lobomon, the Tamer Evolution in that deck, and now you can just be like, okay, swing, and now Lobomon.
Because at that point in everything, you can play Davis at 4 and actually benefit from it, and then you can play like other option cards, like you can play the starter deck mat as well, and that becomes even more dangerous. Do you hard cast your blocker at that point, knowing that I can go from 3 memory to 6? You know what I'm saying?
For like yellow decks, it has to be worth it just because of the fact that I know in the next step we get our second blocker, which is a 1 cost, which everyone has to play that in yellow decks, I believe, right now. Like, it's your choice to do whatever you want, but I feel like that's just a
memory
staple now in
choke.
yellow
To memory choke, you would prefer the Digivolve blocker.
Yep.
But yeah, that's like the Ian meta right now is kind of just Rookie Rush is like top tier as well as the Gatekeeper, because and Gatekeeper meaning that if you can't beat Rookie Rush or if you can't have an answer to Rookie Rush, then you lose. So you need to, when you deck build and you go into tournaments and you're trying to be a competitive player, you need to say to yourself, can I beat Rookie Rush? Do I have an answer for Rookie Rush? Do I have any form of way to stop Rookie Rush? Because if you don't, you're getting steamrolled. And like at first, in set 1.0, this wasn't really a problem. Really, it was seeming like if you can't beat Blue Omni, you need to be able to beat Purple. You need to be able to beat Piedmon Rush, and like Piedmon was kind of the gatekeeper, but not really, because it was also top tier with Omni. But it was huh?
Oh, I was about to say, I feel like for now, like at least in 1.5, the meta right now is like is Rookie Rush is definitely it's definitely in the tier zeros or the S tier slot, and then you have like Ragna Red, Omni Red, and Shine trying to like follow behind it, and then you have like everyone else trying to like compete with, trying to like to get past everyone else to get to Rookie Rush and try to get past them to win.
Right, because even Imperial Digimon Blue, like I love Imperial Digimon Blue, but it's not tier 1. I think it's tier 2, and I think it's high tier 2 or either low tier 1, if anything, because it's like Imperial Digimon needs that boss monster, or it needs its pieces to Rookie Rush. But it's like it can't have both at the same time, and if you do get hit with that option card that removes your boss monster and everything, sometimes you just can't come back. There's deck profiles now that are only running two blockers in Imperial Digimon Blue, because it seems like if we go late game, we just die. If we let the control decks get too out of hand, we just die. So like legitimately, there's people that are running. I'm even trying it out with no blockers. I've been actually having really more success with it, because now I can rush my opponent and not worry about trying to survive late game.
You know what? I'm gonna try with one blocker. Just to be in the middle.
Just one blocker. Like, hey, this is a little one. This is a little guy, right there. Like,
I feel like at least with Digimon then. And I know this is gonna sound like, and I know Fuki's about to say something about this. I feel like Imperial Digimon is technically tier 1.5.
What? No, like
in the middle between both.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you guys are completely right. Like no one expected.
You cut my god! You were making a really good point, weren't you?
I looked over. I was like, nothing. All right, cool. Let's bring the mic a little. We're gonna get
there. You go.
All right, so I feel like a lot of people didn't expect Rookie Rush to go on for this long, so everyone assumed that Imperial Digimon would be topping like way more.
Right.
Shine Grey would have been like a really tough matchup, but then now we have it here where we have Rookie Rush defeating Imperial Digimon, taking it down, and
then we have literally Rookie Rush is either defeating everybody else too easily, and now everybody has to change their deck because of it.
Yep.
It's like it wasn't just Rookie Rush is defeating everything fast. It's in certain cases it was defeating Shine way too fast. It was defeating Ragna way too fast. It was defeating this, that, and the other way too fast. And I know that people are like now starting to run Volcanodramon more, but I don't think he's needed at 3. I think maybe he's good at 2 or 1, because there are 5,000 DP rookies. I just don't think he needs to be at 3. I'm not trying to say that don't run him at all or nothing. I just don't think he needs to be at 3 or 4. I think he can stay at 2 or 1.
I feel like in Ragna and Omni Red, it should be at least like a 1 or 2, because like Alteres is definitely the Digimon to beat against Rookie Rush, but the problem is we can't find him all the time. Like there's no clear way to find him. And I feel like for Volcanodramon's that extra insurance just in case.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It's just, I don't know. It's like this 1.5 meta is just like kind of already just completely changed immediately. And it's like, what can you do? You keep looking around, right? And like, what can you truly do about it,
Right.
Except just realize that Rookie Rush is going to stay because it's cheap. Scalpers can't really double the price, or they can't triple the price of a rare and expect to
it's
sell.
really hard to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to charge $100 for a rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Like, people were having a hard time trying to sell VMon jamming for, like, anything above 30. So it's like you can't scalp a rare that much.
The fact he's above 20 is scary.
Well, let me check TCG player, actually. I think he is, but. So the good thing is when we're doing it on Discord, I can actually just look at my. Whatever I search is going to be in the video, so. Woohoo. He is $11.16. That's his lowest listing.
Okay, that's least okay. I
Right.
feel like that's
11
okay.
to 12, and you see like we're not going to do a market watch, but yeah, TCG player, he's like lowest right now. It's $11.16, but we're not about to do a market watch. That's like I don't have the time to do that. and like I'm not the fastest at editing because it's just me, so it's just like I don't think I have the speed of like editing and working on stuff and just uploading so fast, so yeah.
When do you hire someone to do that, man? When do you hire someone?
No. I just gotta do it myself. This is still like I still got a job. I still got my dream job that's coming up. I'm gonna start working there next week and everything. But no, like this is a hobby. I'm not about to hire nobody.
Congrats again on that, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah, congratulations on that again.
Oh yeah, thanks guys. That's the call. Yeah, like I don't think I really said it like on here, but yeah, I'm actually a copywriter. Well, not for the law, but not the law. Don't worry, not the law.
And the law one. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm in advertising, so I write commercials. I write the script and etc. for advertisements. So that's my main job. This is a hobby. I am not doing strictly this. I'm not quitting my job to do this.
Well, you could hire someone so you can keep your job.
Hire someone to edit my videos and everything.
Yeah,
but I mean, like honestly, like me being able to edit videos and increase and make sure I don't go rusty is really the main thing why I'm doing this. Like doing YouTube, it's kind of fun for me because you don't expect someone in my job position to know how to use Premiere, to know how to use Adobe Photoshop. And that helped me get the job where I'm about to go to next week. Literally, like me having on my resume that I'm adept at using Adobe Premiere and Adobe Photoshop put me over the edge and said, yeah, let's look at that guy and let's give him an interview. So it's just like, yeah, that's why I don't really want to hire another an editor. I'd rather just do it myself because it's just good practice.
Maybe you can hire an editor for some videos and the other ones you do it. Like I need this guy for this time. Here you go.
Right. If I'm getting like so swamped with work and everything, I hire for like specific thing. But it's just not right now. Like I'll probably try to ask around in like the Digimon like that group. Like, is there any editors here? Like casually, like hello, like.
Dude,
maybe you can hire an intern.
Yeah. No. No. I would like to pay my intern. No.
He is his own intern.
Yeah, actually. I'm not getting paid for it either. I am an intern for YouTube.
Experience. Experience.
You need experience. I have experience. You need more experience. Oh.
It's him talking to his green goblin self in the mirror. I need more experience. Get my coffee.
Peter, it's me.
Oh god. Oh god.
Let's go. Okay.
Why am I friends with you guys again?
I don't know, man. Honestly, it's the just actually goes into like. Actually, I'm not sure. Like,
leave the call.
Leaves the call. You're right. Leaves. Like. Okay. Man, this is. Let's go. I think we've been talking for a while and everything. Yeah, there's not like too much crazy stuff going on, but our last topic will of course be the recent tweet that was created. When was this? I think this was today or some crap.
Yeah. It was really like I woke up and I saw it.
We're timely. We're finally timely. Yes, it was April 7th, 2021 at 5:30 a.m. because they're in Japan and their time zone is different. But we're finally on time for something. Uploads 3 weeks later.
And then you're like, all right, never mind then.
Yeah, never mind. We're not timely. Who cares? Making sure the recording's still going, and then like, yeah, let's look at this tweet now. So, the Japanese Digimon TCG Twitter account just posted this. It's translated through their Twitter, but their Insan Gaming also translated out. Shout out to him. But the translated tweet on Twitter says, "Notice a new block icon has been added to cards that will be released or distributed at events after April 1st, 2021. There are no plans to operate it in the near future, but we hope to be able to hold various regulation competitions that utilize this in the future." And what people are immediately assuming is rotation. And that's not a bad assumption, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
And like that's the main thing that people like, YouTube is a tricky demon, right?
Yep.
Yes. I will not stop trying to be clickbaity. There's a reason why the only times I really upload certain deck profiles is if I win, because yes, it works. And it shows, the numbers show. Like I only have roughly 110 subscribers. And then you see if I win, I get more than 100 views. And some of these podcasts aren't even getting 100 views. So it's like sometimes you got to be, clickbaity. I'm not blaming the people who are saying, "Oh, is this a potential, what's it called, rotation or etc. and question mark and everything?" Because honestly, I might be doing it in this video. So, but it's just like we're not about to confirm that this rotation. We're not about to say that yes, this is rotation and we're excited. No, we're just saying this looks like it might be in the future, but we're not sure. And we're
that wouldn't even be clickbaity because it's something you guys are thinking, and it has question marks. It's like, will there be rotation?
And as we talk and everything, you keep hearing us say we're not sure.
Yeah, literally, we are not sure.
They didn't say it. So what were we saying?
I honestly think they might do something similar to what Pokemon did. Instead of like being like rotation, like I don't think I'm not fully sure it's gonna be rotation. I could be wrong, but I think it might be like something similar to what Pokemon's doing, and just have like a expanded format and standard format. Would have like two different formats for different sets at certain points.
That is rotation, bro.
That's how it does it.
I was trying to make it sound better, but I guess it didn't.
What you just explained is rotation.
Fail. F.
I mean, I think if you would compare it to how they have the alternate art symbol where it says A, and basically, you have the regular art and then you have the alternate art symbol that has like in Pokemon, there's in certain cards have like a circle that has a yellow A in it that signifies that it's an alternate art. Like maybe if you were comparing it to that, but you just explained rotation where it's expanded format and standard format. That's what people are worried about is rotation, because at a certain point, right, you can do rotation really badly or you can do it amazing. And like, I don't know, it's like, how many times do we need to get another Agumon? If there's already a lot of Agumons now, if they introduce rotation, then they're going to make more Agumons.
First, there's so many red Digimon they can use. But I understand why. Come on, there's more.
Yeah.
Come on, something.
I mean, it can be Agumon that has the same effect now, and then they can make a same effect for Guilmon, etc. But it's just like there's already an overflow of same Digimon being created over and over again. People are already complaining about Omnimon and everything, but now you introduce rotation, and now there's a new Omnimon. It just has a different name, but now you're still complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the reason why I'm like rotation is kind of weird, because it's in that gray area of it can be really done. It can be done really poorly, or it can be amazing, depending on how you feel and depending on what you play.
Yeah, because like a lot of people would just feel bad that because like some people, like not everyone hates this format. Like where Imons or everything like that. Like there's people that actually love having Imons and everything like that. And I feel like they want to bring it into the future sets, but if they can't do that, I think people are going to be a little upset about that.
People like level 7s because level 7s add another option of deck building to the game.
Right.
I feel like they're going too
fast.
What's up?
What's up, I feel like they're going way too fast with the decks. You know what I mean? Like so let's go. Okay, so if we go like timeline to Digimon, right? Digimon was introduced in the 90s, and they had the first movie in like the early 2000s, late 90s, like that. And that's when Omnimon first showed up. In this, they put Omnimon in the very first set for obvious reasons to get people to buy it. But then it feels like they're trying to, since Omnimon was such a good call. Oh my gosh!
Cuts out. Yeah, cuts out.
it just became like to a point where like they had to make even better cards, and like it just feels like it's spiraling out of control. Like they're
Well,
already
right now it
I
seems
don't
like they're just saying everybody needs a level 7 instead of it being red and blue. Because
yeah,
that's what
I
Set
agree with
5
that.
Battle of Omni, they were just like, let's get it out of our system and let's give everybody an Omnimon, technically.
True,
But
that's true.
Chaosmon is
But
existing for green and yellow. But technically, you can compare that to Omnimon too. You know?
yeah,
Like, yeah.
ultimately, what I'm trying to get at here is like I feel like they backed to a corner really, really early.
But I mean, like, at the same
You know what
time,
I'm
they're
saying?
using the same Digimon over and over again. So that's why I'm
No, that's what I'm
also.
saying. They're still backing themselves into corners too.
Right. And like again,
Just
like
like
another complaint about Pokemon is that you never see your favorite Pokemon being like boss monsters anymore. You keep seeing the same thing
Yeah.
over and over again. So it's like there's so many times Pikachu can be a boss monster in every single format. In every rotation, there's either a Pikachu that's really good or a Pikachu that's really bad. And then you're asking, well, there's all these Pokemon, and you guys are still making this same one. And that's the
Yeah.
same thing that Digimon is doing. There's so many War Greymons. There's so many Black War Greymons. There's so many Metal Garurumons and everything. If you introduce
Yep.
this rotation, what says that you're not going to keep doing it? You know,
Yeah.
introducing
Another-
another War Greymon. Another one.
another annoying part.
And-
Like I can understand a little bit more because there's only like what was it, 800 Pokemon, right? 800, 900.
No, I think
Yeah.
we're above 900, right? Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah,
above 900?
Yeah, there's no, it's like close to 800, like
Okay.
800 or 700, I think.
All right. Well, Digimon has like over like 1,500, and there's
And we're still
still
seeing the
using-
same thing.
yeah, it's the annoying part to me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they have all these options, but then they go back and still use Agumon, Agumon, Agumon. I'm like, come on.
Guilmon,
Yeah.
Guilmon.
There's
I mean, Guilmon's a little bit different.
But
I
but
like-
you're seeing it now. You're seeing it way too much now.
yeah.
It's becoming the new
and
Agumon.
at least they put him
and-
in purple. Shoot.
Yeah.
Agumon.
What were you saying,
Mafusion?
Mafusion?
There is one thing that I think we're all forgetting about though too when it comes to Digimon. They had to do it based off the anime to get people to come on board, and unfortunately,
The new
that's
anime.
the problem right now. Is
Yeah.
that everyone has to go off the anime.
Mhm.
They really want to promote the anime at the same time as releasing
Yep.
this product and everything. And when you keep seeing the release of the Japanese product and you keep seeing the anime, they're really trying to promote the anime
Yeah.
as much as they can. Not like, but not in a subtle way. But not like
Right.
saying go watch the anime. But they're doing it in a subtle way. The tamers that you keep seeing, the combo tamers, because the 2021 Digimon series is still going, and it
Right.
features Izzy and the Izzy, Ty, Matt, and everything. That's the
Yeah.
reason we haven't got more Davis, more Rena. Digimon Cyber Sleuth finally got their tamers and everything, but it took a
Yeah.
while. But there's a reason why we keep seeing the main cast over and over again, because they're subtly saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's an anime. By the way, there's an anime. By the way, we brought back the anime with your favorite characters again. Go check that out." But they're not trying to say it. They're not trying to put it in our face and say, "We got an anime." Like, they're not trying to be
Right.
stereotypical about it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and also when you think about it, how many Digimon anime series do we have besides like the OG and the series? Because like it's a pretty small number, isn't it?
No, we got the first one, we got the second one, then we got Tamers, then we have Dimensional Digimon Frontier, then we
Right.
have Data Squad, and then I think
There's a
we
lot
have,
of
like,
characters.
Fusion.
It's just they keep using the same characters over and over again.
Yeah.
We see we
Right.
see like a few tamers once, and then they don't try to make them a second. They don't try to make a second card for them. They keep making the same tamers, the same main cast again and again. That's the problem. Not
Yeah.
just we don't have enough characters. They have a lot of characters. They're not giving them a
Right.
second card.
or they're not giving them a card in general.
Yeah, there's still a lot
Yeah.
of tamers that did not get a card at all.
I still want Takato to at least have like a tamer, like a
I was
tamer card, to
hoping
be honest.
it's looking like, I don't know, all the cards have not been introduced for the starter decks. I thought we saw like
Oh, there's no tamers.
there's no tamers
they-
though. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no tamers. They did release a set list. They just didn't release all the effects.
And you didn't see no tamer names
Nope.
in that local.
Nope.
Yeah, so legitimately, it's just like, yeah, we don't get the option of seeing another Davis or seeing anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh well.
Not
So we
yet.
still got to use the promo cards like Ty, V Tamer Ty. We still got to use Davis sometimes and everything if we really want to use it. Or we can still use we can still use the combo tamers. But when it comes to the All Force Digimon starter deck, we still got to use what's called Rena and V Tamer tie. So can't escape that. Can't escape that at all.
1,400.
Yeah. Yeah, like
1,400 Digimon.
1,400.
1,400 Digimon, and they still use the same Agumon.
I mean, we got
Sorry.
Black Agumon, but it's called Agumon on the card.
Yeah, if they called it something else, I'd be like, that's different. But like,
There is a difference between Black War Greymon and War Greymon. Yes.
Yeah, there is.
It's just you need to use them. Like, you just got to use them.
I feel like eventually they're going to at least like do something with Pulsemon, because it sounds like they're trying to promote Pulsemon a little more now with the.
I'm hoping because it's like this would be the perfect time to have Set 6 introduce some more Pulsemon Digivolution line cards just to promote the idea of you getting the Vital Bracelet subtly. Mm-hmm. And the reason I keep saying subtly, by the way, is I'm coming from Vanguard. Our anime was just a commercial for the card game. Our Vanguard Overdress has changed that. Now we can safely say that the first episode of Vanguard Overdress came out recently, and it wasn't a commercial for the card game. It was just an anime that included what's it called? A brief mention of Overdress starter decks and everything, but it was an anime by itself. It was a card game anime by itself. So I'm really proud of that. A lot of people are excited about that. We're finally getting people to watch the anime without saying, "Oh yeah, it's just a commercial."
Yeah, to be honest, like that's how Yu-Gi-Oh was like for a minute too, because like every single new Yu-Gi-Oh anime was like an introduction to like the set and like like the sets and the mechanics, everything. And now with like like Rush Duels isn't it's like a mechanic in Yu-Gi-Oh that's not here in America. So now
Speed Duels.
Yeah, we have Speed Duels, but Rush Duels is totally different. It's a different mechanic. Like, it's a different thing. You can normal summon all in one turn, everything. Like, you normal summon, like, more than once and everything. Right. And then you just, like, summon something else afterwards. Like, it's a limited everything. And it's not here in America. I'm not sure if it's ever come here. But now with our new sets, they released, like, reintroductions of the anime series and, like, show, like, different effects and abilities and everything like that. New mechanics and everything that doesn't involve the anime totally to a full extent.
Right.
That makes sense.
Like, it's just, it feels good to say that the anime of my card game isn't just a commercial of the card. It's to promote the card game. I would love to understand the main characters more and actually have an attachment and have a reason to buy their character art card, their card sleeves and everything. Because now I can say, oh, I actually really like the character for that plays this deck. I'll actually buy the card sleeves now. You know, I had the art sleeves of them and everything, and have a reason other than, oh, that's just the main character. It looks pretty. See,
I wonder what Digimon's gonna do when they run out of material.
Material for the reboot, or do you mean material for in general?
I know they're still putting out games. They're still putting out video games, so probably not.
Yeah, Digimon. Where is Digimon Survive? I'm just saying, dude. I thought that was gonna come out soon-ish, but I've not found any news.
Yeah,
on
like
Digimon Survive at all.
At least on the bright side, it sounds like Digimon is gonna try because if I remember correctly, the sisters aren't even like from set 6. They're not even from the anime. I think they're from the game, right?
Yeah, the nuns have never been in the kids anime for obvious reasons, but
yeah, kind of
for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, they've never been in anime.
Yeah, I feel like that's at least a good start. Like, they're going to start like doing like from the game's point of view, and maybe like from the mangas, and like maybe from like other series, and just like introduce other series and everything. Because like set 4 was a breath of fresh air for me, at least, because like it's a different Agumon. Even though it's Agumon, it's a different Agumon. Right. Technically, he's like a different line and everything. Like, it's a breath of fresh air from like Tai's Agumon.
Right. Just having that kind of difference in personality too is also really good and everything. And like seeing a Vmon that does have a different, like a scarf or a piece of article of clothing and everything, and saying like it has a different personality and it has maybe a different move that it prefers to use and everything, that's better than nothing. And it's like, again, like it's not like they're running out right now. It's just they keep using the same eye-catching stereotypical Digimon. It's like saying, oh man, that's Charizard. Okay, I'm about to make Charizard in every region. And have they're just wringing Charizard dry. There's like the Timmy Turner meme where it's like he's squeezing Cosmo for like lemonade, and it's just Charizard, and it says like Game Freak. It's just like squeezing Charizard dry with all these different forms and etc. If I find
Don't
that
get me
meme,
wrong.
I'll
I
post
still
it.
love Agumon. Like I love Agumon. I love seeing him. It's just like sometimes I feel like everyone's going to get tired of him eventually, and
That's
I
the
don't want
problem.
that to happen.
There's going to be
We
people
are.
who don't love Agumon and already are getting tired of him because
I remember
yeah.
I actually
Like, I still
talked
love
about
him.
this last week about all that, like the Charizard. I was like, they have too many.
They have
Chill
too
out.
many Charizards,
Too many Agumon.
but
Too
they
many
don't
Charizard.
have. Not every Pokemon has had a boss monster, but you already have all these Charizards, all these Pikachu's, all this X, Y, and Z, and like you haven't seen. There's so many Pokemon that you've never seen be a boss monster yet, and they keep going again and again and again. Charizard, Charizard, Charizard. Cool. That's not.
They
That's
need to
not
chill out on
fair.
the Vmon too. They're up there. Like it's getting up
Vmon
there.
is getting up there, yeah.
Yeah, we need more
Yeah.
babies too. But besides that,
Yeah.
we're just seeing the same cards over and over.
So,
I feel like Gilmon, because like this is only the second Gilmon, so I feel like Gilmon can at least like if he does one more set, I don't think it's that bad. To be honest, for
Technically, the
Gilmon.
third.
I mean, well, we're not going to consider the purple Gilmon.
Yeah,
For
that's
one
what
color, there's two
Yeah.
Gilmons. For
Yeah,
red,
yeah,
there's two Gilmons. For
Yeah,
purple,
yeah.
there's one Gilmon.
Yeah.
Agumon has a lot in red already.
Yep.
And then you keep looking at the feature sets, and it's not decreasing anytime soon. But
Right.
that's all we have. That's the time we have for the podcast. I have other crap to do. That's
Right.
really really important. And we try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. We talked about the meta, the end meta, as well as the survey. By the way, if you guys haven't done that, please done that. There's going to be some links in the description. Bandai wants your opinion. This is one of the rare times that a company really wants our opinion and it might shape the mold of the future of the Digimon card game. So please, if you haven't done it already, go to the description and do that immediately or as soon as you can and just give your opinion. You don't have to side with us. If you don't agree with Mulligans, by all means, just answer truthfully.
Right.
Hopefully we gave you a better glimpse of the 1.5 meta, mainly just being Rookie Rush, Ragna, Shine, Omni, and then everything else kind of being like a little bit low tier unless they can compete with Rookie Rush. And we even talked about the potential of rotation. It's not confirmed yet, but if they do it, they just need to make sure they do it right. So,
Yeah.
thanks again for tuning in, and here's to the next video. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good one.